Thursday exclusive word on the streams. Whatever comes out in multiple tools, materials, and modalities. Yes, we're going to be going into the shadow work deck first for this session to inquire what is being brought to the light from our shadows and requires our attention. But before we go into the cards, I am going to say a quick blessing over this session. Dear source of all it is, was, and will ever be, we thank you today and each and every day for all that you do and all that you are through we. We stand in your divine authority. By the power of divine law, we open our lives to abundant security, stability, and protection. We command true prosperity to flow into our lives. We command good fortune to follow us in all things. We call forth true love, divinely ordained, harmonious, and eternal. Our hearts and souls are aligned to receive and give love in its purest, most sacred form. May our paths be illuminated, our spirits fortified, and our lives a testament to the boundless grace of the Creator. So it is, so it is, so it is, and so it shall be. All right, Thursday, exclusive word on the streams. What is being brought to the light for the collective to focus on from the shadows? Here we go. Light in the shadows. Light in the shadows. Word on the streams. All right. It looks as though we're going to be keeping it a bit more simplified. Before we take a look at the two on the table, we're going to go into the immediate orbit of the collective for what is already brought to the surface. This is what the collective has already been integrating from the shadow. Divine guidance. The first card out is also a master number. So, we're going to take a quick look at the number 55 as an angel number for this session in divine guidance. Embracing change, personal freedom, divine support, letting go of the past, opportunities for growth, as well as intuition and inner strength. Beautiful. This is what has already been brought to the light for the collective and is now being integrated. Insights and directions from a higher power. Deeper interconnection, guiding actions and decisions for the greater good. Yes, urging us to stay receptive to spiritual guidance and trust the divine wisdom within us as well. We also have the common good, number 50, in terms of what is in the shadow and being brought to light for the collective. Selfless action. And even more of a reminder of our potential to make positive changes in the world and encouraging us to actively seek more ways to do so. For her, representing the collective, every heart is a universe, deserving of love and care. We also have number 44 and the competitive card. This is about having a competitive spirit for all the right reasons in a way that promotes growth and learning rather than division and rivalry. So far, these are the golden nuggets being brought to the surface from the shadow. The first card, however, the divine guidance, is already in our orbit, showing signs of deeper connection with our higher selves and the higher power. So 2 master numbers out of 3 cards already on the table. Let's take a quick look at number 44 and what this means in terms of golden nuggets from the shadow that are being brought to the surface. Stability, more practicality, keeping a handle on our emotions, beloveds, persevering with determination, building stronger foundations. I'm hearing through the entire trifecta, physically, emotionally / spiritually. Emotionally, so emotionally, physically, mentally. However, it's also signifying in some kind of way that one of the collective's ascended masters has actually been in consistent correspondence, or at least has been consistently calling. Consistently calling, and if you haven't answered that call, now is the time to do so. With number 44, answer the call. This is the current present self competing with the higher self, striving to harness a healthy sense of competition. Oh, this also involves collaboration and cooperation with others. Yes, the collective has definitely been channeling their higher selves. This is not one of our cards, by the way. I'm just holding the deck up for a second. Okay, let's keep going. Good morning. Hello again, beautiful sister Cat. Hello, beautiful sister Sanja. Oh, wait a minute. That's Sonia. That's Sonia. Hello, beautiful sister. Good afternoon to you. Right now, we're doing a little bit of digging around in the shadows for the collective to see what golden nuggets are coming to the surface to be integrated. So far, it's looking great. not nearly as intimidating as a shadow work can potentially be. Usually a lot more messy. Definitely not pretty. Here we go. Source Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source, Thursday exclusive. Word on the streams. What else are the golden nuggets in the shadows being brought to the surface? For integration. Golden nuggets coming to the surface at this time. Ooh, we have the critical card on the table, but it's in reverse. It's in the shadow. So we will just have to see what that is all about in just a moment. We're going to grab this card, also sticking pretty far out, as well as that one. All right. We have critical in the shadow. In terms of golden nuggets being brought to the surface for us to focus on and integrate, we have, upon your own free will, of course. It's not mandatory. An excessive tendency to find fault, nitpicking minor details, leading to a demoralizing atmosphere or perpetuating negativity. So somewhere, at some point in time, something was brought up where there was some nitpicking going on, and it's being brought to the surface for the collective to practice acceptance, as well as that rare gift of understanding. You're perfectly fine, Sonia. Thank you so very much for popping in. Happy Thursday to you. When this card comes up, it challenges us to reflect on these tendencies and seek to cultivate acceptance, understanding, and compassion instead of the scrutiny. Challenging the world to rise. Being hypercritical, mostly of ourselves, Holy Spirit just said. We also have that apathy card that was up at the bottom of the deck a little bit ago. So apparently it was meant for us after all, but it's meant to be energy that is still currently being brought to the surface and not what is already in the orbit. So that explains why it showed back up again the way it did. And it's in the shadow. Experiencing a deep-seated lack of interest in oneself or others. We're being challenged to cultivate empathy and more engagement. This is also confirmation of the message just before this about answering the call to your higher self if you haven't done so already, to that ascended master. Answer the call. Yes. That call to our soul's purpose as we're being challenged to find purpose. Being guided to ignite more enthusiasm and passion in our lives, and looky there, the magic, the child self beckoning for us to embrace that playfulness and never stop believing. Never stop believing. That we can transform our reality with love instead of misuse of power. Utilizing spiritual forces recklessly for selfish reasons. That child self wants us to continue to realize the possibility of magic. Unseen forces as well as synchronicities that have been shaping our lives. Let's keep going. We're going to make another full pass with this deck, and then we're going to move along to another one. For this week's Thursday exclusive Word on the Stream. Yes. Here we go. More of that gold in the shadow being brought to the surface for the collective to focus on. Holy Spirit, messenger of source. We have that fun-loving card as the first one out with this shuffle, you guys. Confirmation of the child self, beckoning us to be more playful. I can't make it up, even if I tried. Fun-loving. There it is. Hello, beautiful sister, Miss Blipper. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday to you. You. A more fun-loving aspect of ourselves is being brought to the surface from the shadow for us to focus on, and integrate at this time. Our child self is beckoning our current self to continue engaging with the belief of magic and our ability to playfully transform our realities. Yes, number 17. Word on the streams. Embracing the joys of life, seeking it out more, and celebrating the playful side of existence. Embracing that fun and joy as essential elements of a balanced life. Have we lost touch with our childlike sense of play and joy? Do we suppress these feelings due to fear of being perceived as immature or frivolous with our energies? New ways to express joy and playfulness are on the rise. Yes, we also have the Explorer card, even more confirmation. And I'm saying this because what I'm immediately getting at is that exploration of our own magic, our own childlike wonder and ability to transform our realities in a more loving and playful and joyful way. Promoting more optimism is what I just heard. Promoting more optimism, open-mindedness, and also learning a bit more about ourselves in the process, Holy Spirit just said. Beautiful. This is an inward as much as it is an outward exploration, Holy Spirit just said. New adventures with curiosity and open heart, seeking knowledge, experiences, and even new horizons, beloveds, including the challenges. Do we prefer the comfort of familiarity? Or are we going to answer that call to step out of our comfort zones and explore the world with open minds and hearts? Let's see what's going on in the immediate orbit. Oh, it looks as though the collective is already on board with that. It's already in the orbit. But there is more to explore in the shadow, from the shadows. Even though that curiosity and eagerness to explore is already in the orbit, without even realizing this was confirmation of what's already in the environment. Beautiful. Number 38. This is also more in supportive of that study or practice or training element. Always embracing that student-teacher mindset. Always being open to learning. So this is also a little bit of confirmation on the messages coming out in the last couple of days about taking on more studies, or some kind of training, picking up a new practice, even if it's like a spiritual practice of some kind. Oh, I love how everybody is connecting in the chat. I just have to say that. I just had this gargantuan rush of warmth go through me just now. Every step between the message being conveyed at this time and what's happening in the chat is a transformative story as we traverse life's tapestry. Embracing the process of learning through experience, including those little tidbits and bits and bobs that we're learning from one another as we connect right here and right now. This is beautiful. The journey itself is as valuable as the destination, and we're being invited to continue on this path. Each and every one of us upon our own free will, and to never stop seeking more of that knowledge and experience, and even those golden nuggets of wisdom coming in with these lovely connections being made in the chats. Yes. The unforeseen treasures of found family and friendship, Holy Spirit just said. Beautiful. Wow. All right, keep it going, collective. The frequency is high, 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 so high above the sky. Yes, it's cosmic, baby. Cosmic. And I feel it all around and within. A journey without a distance to a place, that's never changed. A Course in Miracles. Thank you for dropping that lovely little love note in the chat. Excuse me while I pin that. That's a beautiful message. Thank you. Oh, you are here. You're here, Sonia. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I'll be quiet now and just let the Holy Spirit do the talking. I'm starting to feel a little tongue-tied, so I'm going to wet my whistle real quick here. All right. And we're going to light the Palo for the promotion of clear, concise communication, as well as its many other uses. But one of my favorite reasons for burning Palo Santo is because it does magically promote clear, concise communication. I love it, love it, love it. And I also love the smell. I may just bottle it in my own fragrance someday. Until then, let's see what else is coming. Oh, wait a minute. I was only going to do one more. Well, Holy Spirit just guided me to do another full pass with this deck, guys. So here we go. My plans was to go into something else, but hey, the greatest teacher is leading the charge. Here we go, Holy Spirit. Messenger of Source, what other golden nuggets in the shadow are coming to the surface to be focused on and integrated? Wow. That's a full pass, and we have 2 more cards to look at here. To get my lighter out of the way. Woo! Okay, we have Irresponsible and Inner Peace out next. So let's take a look at the Irresponsible card first, because the message that I'm getting with that is how we have been managing our energy. Not our time and not our finances, but our physical energy. But I'm also getting that whatever it is, it wasn't selfish and isn't selfish. Because we have been putting some respect on it. We have been putting more respect on that precious energy, making the most of it in order to hold that line, prioritizing peace of mind, prioritizing it, prioritizing that self-respect, prioritizing that peace of mind. Absolutely beautiful golden nuggets coming to the surface. Wowzers. Yes, exhibiting a bit more of a carefree attitude at the same time, instead of shirking duties and dismissing obligations. We are simply preferring to live in the moment rather than plan for the future. Something about being free from constraints. Promoting more of that peace of mind. This meaning being free from constraints. Promoting that. It's like another one of those healthy boundaries that we can expand on. Oh my gosh, Miss Blipper, now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head. Okay. I believe that I already did like a song of the day, possibly even two of them, like one song for each premiere that I already put out. But now, if you don't go look up Heart of Gold by Neil Young, if you don't feel even the slightest bit like of that nudge to go look it up and listen to it now, I just don't know what to tell you. We're going to leave it alone from there. I just don't know what to tell you. Yes. Absolutely beautiful though. And I love the channeled song reference. Thank you. Yes, Neil Young. Cultivating a serene heart and mind. Through these practices, training, studies that came out earlier in the session, reflection, doing that work, that inner work, the scary stuff we like to call shadow work. It's not about unicorns and rainbows when we're doing the shadow work. Oh, no, no, no. It's never fun. And it's definitely a little bit messy and not the slightest bit pretty. But the results are that of inner peace, serenity, harmony, as well as that clarity through crystal clear, concise communication. overcoming some kind of internal conflict. All right. Let's see here. What did I do with my other tools? Okay, here they are. So before we go into any more cards, beloveds, we're going to roll the dice and see what else is coming in for these Thursday intel. Word on the streams messages. Yes. Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, messenger of Source. Hold on. They're saying to cleanse the dice. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Ooh. Only that of love and the willfully good may dwell here. Ooh. So it is, so it is, so it is. So it shall be. Here we go. Okay, we have a number 6 on the immediate horizon, and then we have a 1 and a 2 above the horizon, still working its way in. So, something involving the community and karma. Something involving starting all over again. Some kind of initiation for some. But I'm getting that by starting all over again, this is involving like some kind of strife or tension that was going on. And then something changed in the situation, even without any kind of warning. A spark of joy that counteracted the tension. And with the 2 and the 1 added together, it also sparked more creativity. This is a pleasant surprise, beloveds. Hello, beautiful Sister Heavenly. Speaking of pleasant surprises, always lovely to see you. Happy Thursday to you. Yes, this is our weekly Thursday exclusive Word on the Streams, and it's looking good so far. Even tensions and strife are being transmuted. Beautiful. with all three added together to make a 9. This is about humanitarianism. But for some of the collective, this is a successful connection involving a love interest. Wow, let's keep going. Thursday Intel. Word on the streams. Source, Holy Spirit, messenger of Source. What else is coming through these streams? Okay, we have doubles on the 3s just above the horizon. And then we have a 4 just above those doubles with the 3s. And I'm feeling led to add those 3s together to make a 6. Bringing us right back to that karma. Some kind of loss or illusion and perception of it. With the 4, it was a misunderstanding. Yeah, some kind of misunderstanding that was like giving off that illusion of experiencing a loss or having to take a loss. But it was just a misunderstanding in some kind of way. There could have been some kind of disagreement that's being ironed out. It could be some kind of argument that just kind of like shockingly is working itself out with like minimal effort at all. Because the structure with that 4, that structure is already there. Some kind of tension, again, that is now being neutralized. And with all of them added together, the 2 3s and the 4, it's like the same as receiving the Wheel of Fortune in the Rider-Waite, the traditional tarot. Ultimate victory and success, but in a win-win atmosphere, is what Holy Spirit just said. A victory in cultivating a win-win atmosphere, regardless of the situation and whatever it may pertain to for you. Thank you, beautiful sister Sonia. Hello, Elizabeth, and welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Now, some of the collective listeners, that whether you're listening now or at the replay, look forward to some kind of correspondence involving a promotion. Excuse me, I need to wet my whistle again, guys. Oops. Yo. Some kind of promotion. Some of you are about to find out about the pregnancy or birth of a child. That is not only coming into fruition at some point in time, but also it's going to play a part in your life directly. breaking that 10 down to a 1. Some of you, this involves family difficulties. Some of you are going to be like a standalone mentor or guardian for this child through legitimate means. Now, for others of you, if it's not a new child, like a gestation or birth or a job promotion, this is you being the one to initiate, with that number 1 also representing initiations, being the one to initiate a truce or a solution or a resolution to some kind of ongoing issue that had been creating tension or strife in your environment. All right, let's keep going. One more roll with the dice, and then we're going to move along to another deck. Oh, I could imagine you and your divine counterpart being the most phenomenal adoptive parents. I could feel my heart swelling just uttering those words. Yes. Oh, yeah, you are a Gigi already, too. Yeah. Oh, yes. There is something about that we just like instantly no longer have amnesia. Like we suddenly remember how to just be fun and have fun. Absolutely. Yes. There's always in terms of children who could use a little more love, there's always someone out there who could use a little more of your love, you know? I could actually picture it, but I don't want to go any further because I don't believe in remote viewing on someone else's life without their permission prior. So let's go ahead and blow on these dice for one more roll in terms of Thursday exclusive word on the streams. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. Okay, we got doubles on the 6s, which means we're actually not done rolling because we got another set of doubles. So legit, I have to roll. We have a 6 on the horizon and a 1 close to the horizon. Merging into a 7. Being the target of gossip. Or otherwise that difficult matter to solve that I was just speaking on. Wow, I cannot make it up. Oh my gosh. We have another 6 twinning the one on the horizon, but it hasn't come in yet. This involves family, home. And even the message that I got prior with the 6 was the community and the collective and karma. But that's not the message that I'm getting now. Now I'm getting something involving the home. Something involving the home, but part of it is still on its way in. It's the Hanged Man with the 12. In tarot, it's the Hanged Man. New perspectives. But also, Woden had to lose an eye to gain his wisdom. A figurative sacrifice. But it changed your life, or it's about to change your life for the good. Because that in and of itself is also an illusion. The sacrifice is an illusion. What it turns out to be is a need be, like an imperative change, inevitable change. Or otherwise, just like the Hanged Man, you get turned upside down. Life gets turned upside down. Instead of playing the victim in a situation, you're deciding to take charge in resolving it. And we have to roll one more time because of those doubles. So here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Swords. Word on the streams for the collective. Okay, we have a 1 and a 5 on the horizon. This is a new beginning of some sort that also involves some kind of relocation, whether it's the homestead being relocated or resituated, or this has to do with your vocation, your career. Relocating due to some kind of career opportunity that's still coming in for the collective. The communication with the number 2 above the horizon. Is that communication, that correspondence, still on its way in? But the cooperative aspects, the cooperative energy is already there. And with the 5 and the 1 together added to a 6, it feels like home. It feels like family. Even if it's your vocation, it's involving something that you already love doing or you're about to fall in love with doing. It's launching. It's being initiated. It's a new beginning. But a prosperous new beginning. But also with that 2 above the horizon, it's still there. It's still above the horizon. Because the collective is being guided to take a really good, strong look at these situations. Not so much about having like heavy preparedness or having your ducks in a row. It's more about that message of managing your energy itself more wisely in the process and in the journey. embracing the journey and the destination. Now I'm getting that turtle wins kind of message all over again. That momentum, a steady momentum. And you've already won. It's already here. It's already done. There it is. A sign. There's still in the immediate orbit a sign that the collective still has to work on their aim to some degree involving something. Whether it's a relationship or a vocation involving either resituating the home or relocating for work or resituating your schedule for your vocation. It could be a number of those things. But with all these numbers added together and coming together, gradually merging, okay, we have an 8, which is that true prosperity. And the collective may feel tempted, like an impulse, to try to get ahead or keep acting too quickly involving something. But in doing that, it's going to bring you right back to square one, already in the orbit and needing to work on your aim. Also, working on the ability to receive constructive criticism, Holy Spirit just said. Some of you should be expecting some kind of gift on its way as well. All right? And that can mean a number of different things as well. But I'm being guided to not go into all the rinky-dink details on that. Instead, we're going to go into, let's see. Okay, we're going to go into the Kipper now for a bit more of that intel. We're going to wrap this up shortly before 1. So I'm going to bring in the Kipper, and then we will draw things to a close with the Hungarian Gypsy Oracle. All right. I'm planning this out now so that I don't lose my train of thought like I have been lately, trying to aim to be more spontaneous. It's throwing me off my aim. So here we go. Let's go into the Kipper first. And see what else is coming in. These Thursday exclusive word on the stream messages. Here we go. Source, Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. What else is coming in on these streams? Oh. Oh my gosh. First card out and face up. I literally just said there's going to be a gift coming in for the collective. Instant manifestation. Oh, I can't. My hands are sweaty from anticipation, so I can't snap my fingers. But you get the drill. You know the how does that go? You know the drill. You get the ordeal. That's what I was really trying to say. But yeah, there it is, the gift. How funny is that? Ah! And here I am trying to be cute and funny, and it's not working. The gift coming in for the collective. Hmm. At bare minimum, this is a positive message that will reach the collective by the next holiday of any sort or birthday. Hello, Carl. Hello, beloved Bro Star. Thank you so much for popping in. Happy Thursday to you. You. Carl, like Kat said, I'm also looking forward to seeing your live, Bro Star. I was so happy for you to announce that earlier. Pizza actually does sound really good. With extra cheese and mushrooms. Yum, 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 yum. Yes. Some kind of literal gift for some of the collective, but otherwise, some kind of aid, help, support, resources, even for some kind of rescue situation, and more than anything else, joy. Your presence is a present. You are the gift to us. You're being guided to be more open to the support of others. Be more receptive to those small but positive gestures. For some of the collective, this is confirmation of that promotion that I was just reading from the dice, but also a possible declaration of love, 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 love. Yes. It can also be gestures of helpfulness. Just somebody coming in to offer you a little bit of a helping hand involving something. And it's also confirmation of what I was saying a little bit ago about a reconciliation that the collective, instead of playing the victim, decides to take charge of in creating a resolution, a solution, a reconciliation. Ooh, yeah, a reconciliation. Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah. Take this gift and embrace that opportunity. The praise, the happiness, the profits, the recognition, and even the possibility of an actual gift. Beautiful. But it also is in support of that win-win situation that I was speaking on a little bit ago. The act of giving and receiving. And for some of you, with that portrait of the privileged lady in the background, it could be the littlest things. The littlest things. Some of the smallest gestures, positive gestures that make us feel like the lap of luxury. I know I do. I got some $7 Palo Santo, and I feel freaking phenomenal. But this is also going to say that your presence alone is, has been, and will always be enough. It is the gift. Somebody needed to hear that today. I wouldn't know who that is. Hello, Kelly Belly. Happy Thursday to you. Great to see you, beautiful sister. Thank you for popping in. This is our weekly Thursday exclusive. Word on the streams. Give me just a moment. I need to wet my whistle again. I get to talking and my lips get dry. All right, let's keep going. Oh, look. Change gonna come. Yes, it is. Change gonna come. Number 9, we are in year 9. And you know what's funny about year 10? There's no such thing. We begin again. Time to go. For someone, it's time to go. Literally, for some of you, moving, packing up, and going to some better digs. And you don't plan on looking back. Wherever you're headed, you do not plan on looking back. But it also means that the collective is becoming more adaptable. More of your gifts, so to speak, coming to the surface. Creating a win-win environment and atmosphere for everyone involved. Going where you are elevated and not just tolerated, appreciated, celebrated. But remember, you can't fit a castle in a carriage. You can take some. Now, this is your happy memories, by the way. This is all metaphorical, figurative speech here. You can take some of your possessions with you. But space and circumstances require that some of that baggage be left behind, be it physical or emotional baggage. Yes, metaphorical circumstances. But for some of you, this is a literal relocation. That move, that next big move is coming real soon. Oh my gosh, we just mentioned the privileged lady, and look what else is on the table. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Privileged lady. They're wearing the same dress and everything. Lap of luxury. But more metaphorically speaking, this doesn't necessarily mean like financial riches, okay? But definitely a wealth and abundance of something extremely positive. Yes, cat. Yes, I'm manifesting beaches and palm trees. Yes, sister. Yes. And beautiful illuminated midways with like the cobblestone. Um, but it's not for driving though. What I visualize, and I have no idea where this is. I just know that it's somewhere warm because I can feel it, and I'm picking up on the palm trees. Uh, like they have midways and walkways that resemble this with like the old school. There was a time when all like constructed roads had either brick or cobble, like, or not, like field stones, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm envisioning is something that's a little bit more polished than just laying bricks in terms of like the city life. But then there's also all kinds of nature around and palm trees and beaches. There's something significant about that car being red as well. And that ruby red color has been showing up in multiple messages and cards, including these. And I did say in my pre-recorded video I was going to bust out the archetypes for some of these messages. And I guess now that I remember, I'm still going to have to do that. But the card that came out and it immediately felt like an important synchronicity also came out earlier in the week. Where did it go? Huh. But it's the Siren card. Anyways, it's the Siren card. And the Siren card actually has a ruby. There it is. This card has been out twice this week. Pretty much back to back because the mid-morning premiere that I posted had this card come back out again. So there's definitely some significance to this energy, and I shared the majority of the options in that last video. But here we are, back to the privileged lady energy, not an actual privileged lady necessarily, but the energy of fun, creativity, the good life, beauty. And I'm hearing inside and out kind of beauty, not congratulations on your face kind of beauty, but like beauty, wealth, ease, youthfulness, relaxation, What else? A lucky phase, being more carefree, less worry, prosperity, wellness. It can mean so many different things. And for some of the collective, it also involves the energy that came with this card in that last premiere I posted. A more gentle and comfortable way of life, anyways, that most certainly did not come easy, Holy Spirit just said. A more gentle way of life that did not come easy. All right, there it is. High honor, meaning forthright and honest relationships and making an honest living. And if this isn't already in the orbit, it's on its way in for the collective on these Thursday exclusive streams. It's on its way in. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter how. I just heard somebody ask, well, how is that? It doesn't matter how. It just is. It's even more confirmation of that promotion for some. Also evidence that this message is coming full circle. Passing tests. And I've been saying for the last few days, collective, you've been passing test after test after test, like A++++. Passing test after test with flying colors. Look at all those colors in that image, cultivating inner peace and putting some respect on it. Prioritizing self-respect and inner peace, peace of mind. Prioritizing peace of mind, no matter what. Nothing else is or will be getting in the way of that. Perhaps some of the misunderstandings and the strife that came out earlier have a lot to do with those kinds of misunderstandings. Career advancement, recognition, promotion. It can also mean that someone is deciding to leave the mainstream workforce and become a sole proprietor. It can also mean freshening up on your skills, making it even more confirmation of what I was saying earlier in terms of training, practices, and studies. More opportunities as well as the energy, the well-managed energy to do so. And for some of us, it can also just be gratitude being returned to us from others. And being encouraged to enjoy the moment. Whether it's now or at another given time coming in very soon where you know, like you feel the synchronicity. Okay, this is what sis was talking about. This is that moment. Oh, and it's official. It's already official. It's already done. You just have to give the universe a big, fat yes. Yes, yes, yes. Look, see the twos? Only primary numbers exist, which means 22 is the number 2 amplified, representing unions, partnerships, collaborations. All of it divinely orchestrated. And it's official. It's the real deal. Authentic AF. Whether it's your vocation, your friendships, your community that you're connecting with, all of the above, every bit of it is the real deal. And it's already in the orbit. So, are you all up in your thoughts about it? Well, guess what? Here's your sign. It's the real deal. Now embrace it. Answer the call, for crying out loud. Say yes to your soul's purpose. I just heard. Say yes to your soul's purpose. Get out of your head about it. Say yes. Woo-wee. Baby, you're already on the right path, and it's being illuminated for you. Say yes. Say yes to a deeper commitment to your soul. Deeper commitment. Say yes, yes, yes. Free, free, free. Forthright and honest, while also prioritizing self-respect and peace of mind. Let's keep going. Oh, and here we are coming full circle with that child self. Ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing this to a close with the Hungarian Gypsy. Here we go. Keeping my word and drawing this to a close before 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Source Holy Spirit, Messenger of Source. Final messages for the collective on this Thursday. Intel, word on the streams. Let's go. Closing messages for the collective. Closing messages. It's going to be a lot because that whole chunk wanted to poke out. I told you it was the real deal. Already in the orbit. Fidelity. Honest. True connections. Trustworthy. This can also mean trust. Fidelity, loyalty, faithfulness. The faithful friend, the faithful companion. No matter what it pertains to. It's the real deal. Okay, I'll hold on just a little bit longer for you, Carl. Okay? It's the real deal, and for some of you, it's involving a lover. For some of you, it's involving a lover that you may have been all up in your head about, all up in your thoughts about. But every card back to back is saying it's the real deal, it's official, it's authentic, it's faithful, trustworthy, true love, divinely ordained. And the only thing that they want to steal is your heart. They want to steal your heart, sweetheart, the divine counterpart. And it's on the horizon. It's on the horizon. Look. Whether it's a vocation, a friendship, a companionship, or even romance, it's the real deal. It's divinely orchestrated and meant to be long-term. Awesome, Carl. Thank you. Let me get you your blue suit. There you go, Bro Star. Wear it with honor. And just know, Carl, collective, all of you. You are the real deal, and I love you. I love you. You. I do. I love you. Happy Thursday. Hello, just me doing YouTube. I know you. Well, I'm familiar with you. Here's your blue suit. Wear it with honor. More messages coming in soon about that journey. And that is the message. You're so very welcome. Carl, we will figure you out with those connections, okay? We got your back, bro. We got your 6 and your 9, bro. Okay? We love you. You. Sirens associated with music. Now go. Crank up your favorite song and sing your heart out. Or you can meet me over at Yogi's. And we can do both anytime we want. I love you, and I will see you on the other side. Multiversal Soul. Amelia. With much gratitude and appreciation from my heart chakra to yours, brightest of blessings and agape omni love to all.